Hi everyone, my name is Moses and I'm going to show you how to use the Myom for your feet today. This is the first step. So if you have one of these beauties in your hands, time to get it on the ground and let's open those feet. We're going to use the New Zealand Arrowhead version alongside the American high fructose corn syrup version, designed to get through thicker fascia. Okay, let's start with the Myom on the ground, belly up. Working on the bottom of the foot first, we're going to place the toes, ball of the foot, the toe knuckles if you like, off the side of the wood, so leaning into that soft tissue. We're dropping in, feet about shoulder width apart, sink in, feel where you're at today. Usually when your feet are a little bit sensitive, because the muscles are tight, you got to dial it back a bit, so don't be in there giving it all your body weight. Slow it down, softly, softly. So we're sinking in. I want you to find that optimal pressure where you're like, oh yeah, that's comfortable, but if I go a little bit deeper it's a bit uncomfortable. Find that sweet spot. And then we're slowly going to rotate the whole body from side to side, nice and gentle. So the tissue in the bottom of the feet, all those little muscles are heating up, the fascia is heating up. Think of all the connective tissue, and as we shear side to side, we're opening things. Things are becoming more liquid. We're creating more space between the joints, making the foot a little bit more alive, kind of spreading things out. So we're going to strengthen that connection that you have to Mother Earth. That's pretty important, wouldn't you say? So we're just sinking in and just slowly moving side to side. So this process I'm going to take you through today will be roughly 20 minutes. If you wanted to prolong that and really go into detail, you could take an hour just going through the bottom of the foot. It'd feel amazing. You could also do a little express version of this over 5 minutes using the same movements. So I'm going to do them a little bit slower, kind of find that middle ground today, so you guys can pick it up, remember it, and then you don't have to watch this again. You can just free your feet anytime you want. So then pick up the foot and we're going to move to the center. This can be a sensitive part. Find your suitable pressure for you. And then slowly side to side. So gold standard, you might do this for 3 minutes. I'm going to do it a little bit quicker today. Just showing you guys the ropes. Put on your favorite music. I think it may be something Hawaiian, a little bit of guitar or something. Hey, you see what suits you best. And then the last part of the foot we're going to work on today is just in front of the heel bone, sinking in. This can be a tender part for some people. Get lots of itis or inflammation here. Plantar fasciitis, pretty well diagnosed and misdiagnosed at the same time, but generally this is an attachment point for muscles, plantar fascia. It generally needs a little bit of loving care, so gently does it, pressure in and slowly side to side. So the feet should be starting to warm up, going to get increased circulation, a nice little pump happening. Now lift your foot up and we're just going to do a little stretch. Not only for the feet but for the connecting tissue in the lower leg. It's that deep part of the calf, the soleus. The heel goes down, the knee goes forward, and we're just going to change the angle of the vectors if you like and just stretch things out. We're getting things wakened up, bringing everything online. Okay, grab your Myom, turn around and get the foot on top. This time the heel bone is coming off the back. we're doing a little stretch for the transverse arch. So this arch of the foot right across here. Heel bone off the back, spread the toes, really open that foot up, spread it over, and a little step forward to the side, to the back. So again, we're still working on opening the feet, but we're starting to add a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of tone. We're challenging the muscles down there to operate in a very different environment than they would if they were on a flat surface or inside a nicely cushioned shoe. Again, see where you're at today. It might be a very small movement. You might be a bit of a high kicker. See where you're at. Follow where your energy's going and just go for it. And then again, let's change the angle. Heel down, change that vector, challenge it. Get those muscles stretching in all the different angles. Okay, this foot is getting more alive by the second. Let's get the toes on. You know it's serious when I say let's get the toes on. Okay, big toe first. Ball of the foot pushing down. Knee tracks forward. Nice big stretch. And down. So find out where your kind of maximum stretch is today. Again, work through that pain-free area. Don't be going towards, oh that hurts. Slowly, slowly. Knee forward. Ball of the foot pushing down. After your 6th active stretch, come up to the top, pushing down, and then we're going to track from side to side. So a little bit of rotation. It's kind of going to floss the tissues through the bottom of the foot. It's getting in there. Change toes. So toe number 2. It's a myom, so all the toes want to get involved. They're all like, let me in there. Don't worry. If you've got toes hanging off left and right, that's fine. The one you're working on, keep it in the center. Or as close as. I'm not watching you, so you free ball it. Do what you like over there. The main theme is that we're getting those stretches in. Okay, knee forward. Ball of the foot pressed down. Remember, we get up to number 6. Becomes more of a static stretch with a little bit of movement side to side. Ah, that's good. This can be done any time of the day. You can do it every day. Okay, change toes, number 3. I like to do a little session sometimes before I work out, before I train, or just before bed. A really nice way to reset the feet. Do this for 5 minutes. You'll get into bed, your circulation will be great, your feet will be reset, resting, ready for another day. I just done that back to front. I forgot my active stretches first. Okay, toe number 4. Get them on there. Knee forward, ball of the foot pushing down, stretch it up. Number 6, keep them forward, nice deep stretch, a little bit of movement left to right. This supporting leg, almost straight, soft knee, nicely balanced through the heel, the outside edge of the foot, the ball of the foot, the toes. Just sinking in there. You're giving your glute muscles a nice bit of isometric work holding you there. Okay, toe number 5, smallest, the one with the least amount of love generally, but today you are going to love this guy. Come on, stretch him out. 6 times. Let's go. Might need to angle your foot slightly if you can see me what I'm doing here. If you have the babies of baby toes, by all means just go to the edge of the myom for a little stretch over here. Okay, 6 times and then we're up. A little bit of seasoning. A bit of salt and pepper there, just shake it from side to side. Okay, so that was the toes getting stretched, but we want to go the other way as well. So the top of the foot, we're going to press it into the ground. Same side arm comes up, slight bend in the front leg. Just do a few of these nice sweeping strokes, pressing the top of the foot into the mat, sinking. I feel that lovely stretch. It's really opening the bottom of the leg as well. Okay, let's get our balance on. So, 30 seconds of balance training a day and you will improve. Not a lot, is it? We're going to do more than that today. So side to side, just get a feeling where that's at. Kind of warming up the nervous system, getting the proprioception fired. Let's go a little bit to the front, to the side, to the back, to the other side. So we're just stepping through, challenging that supporting leg as it stands in the Myom. The moving leg, just moving where you like. See how it feels. How's your balance? Is this easy? If you're on a harder floor with your yoga mat on top, you probably notice it's a bit more responsive. To make it really responsive, you can put it on top of a cork yoga block. Then it becomes a real challenge. Okay, let's try a little bit of a lunge. I need to get my balance looked at. So yeah, have a play with it. A few high kicks. Take yourself to that point where you're starting to lose your balance, and then you just kind of catch it. That's where it starts to improve. How do those 2 feet feel? Just have a stand. I'll move from left to right. I know how mine feels. This is a lot more alive and switched on. Okay, let's bring the other foot into the action. Starting on the bottom again. Ball of the foot on the top. Feet roughly shoulder width apart. See where you're at today. Sink in. And now a little bit of slow movement side to side. This foot might feel different. We usually are different, which is why we sometimes get one foot slightly bigger than the other. In a shoe, one foot drops down more, one foot's a little higher up. So when we're doing this, one of the things we're really looking for is to try and balance both feet. If we can get both feet dialed in to a very similar place, the rest of your body's going to be a lot more balanced. Your pelvis, your back, right through to the cervical spine and the head. So I've just moved to the middle of the foot here. I can already feel the difference. This is the one that always needs a little bit more work. So I had a collapsed arch from an old tendon injury in the ankle feet area. My knee was collapsed in. There's quite a lot going on. This was the thing that fixed it. I went down the insole, see the foot specialist. It didn't work. But by mobilizing the joints and the muscles in my feet, using this exact same protocol, I brought my whole leg back online again. So this stuff's incredible. You just got to do it. And then just in front of the heel, still in that soft tissue, sinking in again. And like I said, do this a little bit slower when you have more time. Work methodically from front to back. Your feet and the rest of your body will thank you. And let's get that little stretch on. Heel down. Tracking the knee forward. Changing the angles. Getting some new stimuli into different areas of the feet and the ankle. Getting that deeper stretch into the calf. Okay. Let's turn your Myom. Get that transverse arch, remember, just across the front of the foot. Heel bone hanging off the back. We're in there. Spread the toes. Wrap them over. Really stretching out. Just allow the weight to sink in, to open the foot. I was going to say something really cheesy like open your foot, open your life. There you go. It came out. It sounded really funny in my head. You got it. Okay, here we go. And we're back. We're doing the Myom waltz again. It's a tricky one. Work with me. See if you're up today. If you can only apply a little bit of weight on one foot at a time, make it a smaller movement. See where you're at. Another little stretch. Heel down. Heel down. Really getting deep into the calf, but also just manipulating those little joints in the feet. Everything's opened up and going, whoa, hello. This is new territory. We haven't been here before. We like it. You gotta talk to your toes. Toe tuck. Imagine that. Instead of TED Talk, we call it toe tuck. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that. Okay, guys. Time to stretch those toes. Let's get the big toe on. Feet shoulder width apart. Coming up. We're pushing through the ball of the foot. Knees tracking forward. And 6 or so active stretches. Once we get to number 6, full stretch and then slowly rotate from side to side. Get a little bit jiggy with it. A bit of vertical bounce. I know you've got it, come on. Okay, toe number 2. Here we go. Ball of the foot down, knee tracking forward. Nice active stretch up and down. Now a little bit of seasoning. Toe number 3. Same again, I'm just going to step forward to get my stretch a little bit deeper here. So even though we're only stretching the toes here, it has a huge effect the whole way through the bottom of the foot and up into the calf and beyond. When you work the feet and stretch the feet, you can find a release in your lower back, your thoracic. It has an incredible impact on the whole body. Do not underestimate how powerful these movements are. You could do this twice a day, once a day, 3 times a week. The more you do it, the more beneficial it is. You can't really overcook it here unless you push really hard. So remember, softly, softly, we're trying to open, stretch and strengthen the feet. We're not trying to cause an injury. Toe number 4, active stretches coming up. Stretch it out. A little bit of a shimmy. And last but not least, little Timmy. Little Timmy is what I call the toe on my left foot, the baby toe. You got it, Timmy. You got it, mate. So I've got all the toes getting involved there. Again, everybody wants to get on a Myom. It's a bit of a toe party. Left to right. Wee bit of a shake, a bit of a rotation. Oh, these toes are switched on. Let's stretch the other way. Top of the foot on the mat. Get as much pressure as feels comfortable in there. Don't be shy. drop it in. Same side arm comes up. Get a little bit of flow going. You can make it as beautiful as you want. It feels nice, that little bunch and stretch. Bit of a sideways stretch. There we go. Okay, let's bring a bit of balance into this baby. The balanced baby. Okay. On a note of using your Myom, if you go on a wooden floor, you're going to slide around and it's going to hurt. Try and get a bit of yoga mat underneath you. Carpet can be slippy as well, but yeah, a bit of yoga mat's the best bit. Okay, we're just getting that mobility dialed in there with the ankle, the lower leg, the feet working together. Getting things switched on. A bit of rotation right through the knee. And let's get the Myom waltz going. Knee up. You do whatever you feel obliged to do right now, but move with it. Let this leg do the balancing. Move the other one around. Bit of tree pose. You know, it depends how many people are watching. Do a bit of showboating. Kind of moving into a lunge. That feels good. Okay guys, thanks for joining me using this step 1 on the Myom, working the feet. Let me know how it works out for you. It's going to improve your whole life for yourself.